E-commerce is very, very, very hard. On Instagram, on TikTok, you will see screenshots. I made $10,000 a day. Guess what? We do too. In fact, I'll show you very quickly. Let me share my screen and show you just one of our sales yesterday. As you can see, we made more than $10,000 yesterday with one of our brands. Now, that's besides the point, because for every person posting a screenshot, there are 100 others losing money, and no one's posting that. Everyone seems to be making money, but no one seems to be making money, right? Here's the deal. Most people think e-commerce is just about throwing a product on Amazon or Shopify, running a few ads, and then sitting back while the sales roll in. That's not how this game works. There are so many moving parts. You've got to source the product, build a brand, set up the store, run ads, write emails, handle logistics, deal with customer support. And each of those is a discipline of its own. Miss just one piece and the whole thing falls apart. So in this video, I want to share with you exactly what separates those who succeed from those who fail in e-commerce. Here's what happens to those who fail. First of all, let me take a sip of this coffee. It's really, really good. It's Colombia beans, by the way. Right, back to the video. Here's what happens to those who fail. They chase short-term wins. They think a good product will sell itself. No, they don't understand their numbers. Number three, they burn cash on ads without tracking, and they quit when the first campaign tanks. And here's what is successful do. They obsess over customers, not products. They know their CPA, their cost per acquisition, down to the penny. They build for long-term brand equity, not just quick flips. They stack channels, email, SMS, organic, and paid. They treat it like a real business, not a side hustle lottery ticket. Now let's talk numbers, because this is where most people crash and burn. If it costs you $30 in ads to acquire a customer and your product sells for $35, are you winning? Well, most beginners think yes. Wrong. By the time you factor in shipping, refunds, merchant fees, and cost of goods, you're losing money. The real winners understand something called LTV, lifetime value. They're willing to break even or even lose money on the first sale because they know they'll make it back when the customer buys again, joins the email list, or upgrades to a complimentary or even a higher ticket item. E-commerce isn't about one sale. It's about turning one buyer into 10 buyers over time. And this is why brand building matters. If all you're doing is selling on price, you're toast. Something in China can undercut you tomorrow, but if you build a brand people actually care about, suddenly your ads get cheaper, your customers stick, and your email list actually prints money. And that brings me to another piece most people ignore: email. If you don't have a system for capturing emails and following up with sequences, you're basically renting your customers from Facebook and TikTok. You're paying for the same people again and again and again. Let me show you inside one of our email accounts. We use Klaviyo or Klaviyo, however you want to call it, as our email provider. And this is just one of our accounts. As you can see, in the last 30 days, we made close to $6,000 purely from email, and we were able to grow our audience by almost 45,000 people. Now, these are our customers, first-party data, and that's where the gold mine is. Real brands understand that you need to own your customers' data. You don't want to be relying on Amazon because they are Amazon customers, not your customers, although Amazon, I believe, is a great place to start if you're launching your brand. But long-term, you want to have your own customers in your own platform or your own CRM. So with email, you turn rented traffic into owned traffic, and that's where the profit is. Now, here's the good news. E-commerce still works in 2025 and 2026 and beyond. More people than ever are buying online, and this will only continue to increase with each passing year. That trend is not slowing down, but the only ones who win are the ones who do it right. It's not about one viral TikTok video or one influencer who posts about your product. No, it's about understanding your numbers, obsessing over your customers, stacking those marketing channels, and building a real brand. That's why it feels feels like everyone is making money, but no one is making money because the screenshots only show the revenue, not the profit, not the grind, not the systems behind it. So if you're serious about e-commerce, here's my takeaway. Stop chasing quick wins, learn about CPA, build for lifetime value, stack your marketing channels, and treat this like a business, not a lottery ticket. Because yes, we make more than $10,000 a day, but it's because we've been doing this for years, close to a decade, 9 years and a half actually. We know our numbers and we built brands that actually matter. E-commerce is very, very, very hard, but if you do it right, it's still, in my humble opinion, the best business model in the whole world.